Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. You're with Nicole, and if you're new here, I share lots of delicious home-style recipes as well as baking tips and tricks. Now, you all are loving baked brie recipes hard at the moment. So today I've got one for you, but this one's a little bit different. This one has pastry involved. You're gonna wanna know this recipe. It's super delicious, easy to make, perfect for entertaining. So let's get to it. Now, everyone is loving baked brie recipes at the moment, and I am no different. So this one, as I said, is a little bit different. We're gonna be using puff pastry, and we're gonna bake the brie in that puff pastry. This is actually really, really easy to make. There's not too many ingredients either. Speaking of ingredients, let me show you what you're gonna need. So I have a sheet here of puff pastry, and this is defrosted. We need it defrosted for this recipe. I also have some egg wash. So we're gonna use that at the end. I have some jam. You can use any jam that you like. Mine is apricot. I have some nuts here. These are walnuts. You can use any that you like as well. And then I also have a sprig of rosemary. So it's a bit of a get creative recipe. You can use your favorite jams, your favorite nuts, and pair them together. I'm just giving you some options or a bit of an idea as to what's gonna work really well for this recipe. Last but not least, we have our beautiful wheel here, the star of the show, double brie cheese. Get yourself a good quality one, especially if you are entertaining. You want it to be super delicious. Treat yourself. So some recipes chop off the top of the rind of the cheese. I don't think you need to do that. I think just use it as it is whole. So I've got the puff pastry and we're ready to start layering. So in goes our cheese, smack bam in the middle. And unfortunately, you are not allowed to take a bite of the brie before it hits the pastry. Next up, jam. So I've got apricot here. I'm gonna spoon this on top. Yum. I'm just going to smush, don't know if that's a word. I'm just gonna smush out the jam here nice and evenly on the top of the brie. And I'm not gonna do it all the way to the ends because it's gonna heat up, it's gonna melt anyway. So just in the center, spread it out nice and evenly to the sides. Okay, looking good. Time for the nuts. So I'm just going to sprinkle these on top, crush them. Oop, won't use that one. 5-second rule does not apply here. Okay, it already looks super pretty, but I want to have some contrast in the colors. So we have that pretty orange color from the apricot, and I'm just going to peel off some of this rosemary here and just sprinkle it on. This is straight from the garden. Very lucky that I bought a rosemary. I had a little rosemary bush at the beginning, or just a couple of months ago really. And now it is so big, it's doing really well. So I'm happy to have some fresh rosemary that I can use from the garden. Whew, the smell is really fragrant. Oh, it's like strong. And it's just going to infuse this. So even though we don't have too many here, it's just gonna have a really nice, beautiful rosemary undertone to it. Okay, so we are going to wrap this like the precious little parcel that it is. So we're gonna go corner, 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 corner. So I might start at the back here and work my way around. And if there is any excess at the bottom, just fold it up and over. Here, tuck that in. And the last one, we're gonna need to tuck this in here. And here on the side, and then the last one, up and over. And I'm just gonna pat it down gently. It's gonna look really pretty when we bake it. It looks gorgeous. A little parcel of deliciousness coming your way. It's gonna be like a cheese bomb. I'm going to baste this now with our egg wash because we want it to go nice and brown. So I'm just gonna do that while it's on this little bit of plastic underneath. So just go ahead and brush on. Get every little bit of the pastry with some egg. So the egg wash, in addition to helping it go brown, It'll also help seal some of these little bits here. Now, just because I want this to look a little bit fancy, I'm going to place this rosemary sprig here on the sprig. Don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to place the rosemary. Oh my God, I did it again. Okay, go again. Okay, because I want this to look a little bit fancy, I'm going to use this rosemary. I can't get it right. Sprig. You are a sprig. So this is the one I used earlier. I'm just going to trim it a little bit so it's not so big. And place it on top. All right, now gently pick this up, place it on your tray. So this is ready to go into the oven now. We are going to bake it on a moderate temperature, so 180 degrees Celsius. I forgot to say earlier, preheat your oven. So do that at the beginning, preheat your oven 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gonna have it in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. See how your pastry goes. So once it becomes nice, lightly browned and golden all over, you should be right to take it out. So if you're wondering at what point to take it out, focus on the pastry. We want the pastry to be nice and cooked. Don't worry about the cheese too much. It's gonna be soft and it's gonna be cooked anyway. It's gonna be melted on the inside. So mainly focus on the pastry for this one. Our baked brie is almost ready. We can take it out in just a minute. So go grab yourself something nice to put it on, get some nice crackers ready or some biscuits, whatever you're gonna have, some wafers with it. And now, just before we bring it out, I wanted to share with you all a really nice quote, and I like to do that to give you all some inspiration, and hopefully one of these quotes will connect with you in some way or bring some meaning to you. So the quote that I have found today is, "Everything you've already accomplished is a mountain someone else is currently trying to climb. Maybe you can give them a leg up." That is a quote by Adam J. Kurtz. Adam, you know, wise words there. Let's all just be nice to each other and help a brother, help a sister out. We're all humans. We're all just trying to live our lives in the best way possible. If you can help someone out, you should. Now it's back to baking and time to get out our beautiful baked brie. Ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We have got this out of the oven. It's really hot. Looks good. It's gone nice and golden and flaky. Yeah. We have got a winner right here. Just gonna spin it around so you can see this side. Yum. So I can see here one side has started to peek open and I can see some of the cheese in there. The jam has already started to ooze. I can see little cracks here, which is totally fine. And now at this point, if you want to go savory, you could sprinkle a little bit of, or drizzle, sorry, a little bit of olive oil over the top. If you want a little bit more sweet, go for something like maple or honey. So because of the apricot, I think the honey will work really nice. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that over the top and then just let it sit for 5 minutes. This is literally cheese lava, so you're gonna have to wait a second. I'm just taking a second to admire how pretty it looks with that extra shininess that we've got on this from the honey. So I do think it just adds that little bit of extra pro level pop to this amazing baked brie. Now we're going to move this across here onto your serving platter because this is definitely one to impress. So you want to have it looking pretty like that. Now we get to unwrap the present. So grab yourself a cheese knife and get ready for it. You want to watch this, okay? Let's do it. Oh yeah. Find myself a cracker here. It's got a little bit of everything on it. So it's got the soft, oozy cheese. It's got the jam. It's got the walnuts. It's got the rosemary. And it's got the pastry. Mmm. Oh. So many flavors. Mmm. Yum. Mmm. Wow. So you've seen how easy this was to make. It's really not difficult. It looks difficult, but it's not. And this is definitely one that you want to bring out at a dinner party. I mean, it looks great, it tastes great, and it's easy to make as well. You do want to cook this as close to serving time as possible. It's not really one to make ahead, so do keep that in mind if you are going to a dinner party or if you're having it at your house. Whip it up just before the people start to arrive. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope that you love this recipe as much as I do. If you do like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell as well because I have a new video coming out every single week. If there are any recipes that you want to know how to learn, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.